Okay everyone, last video, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into my account one more time. And this time I'm looking for forms. I want to make sure that I complete the forms that I need to fill out in order for my children to go ahead and go to camp. So I'm going to go ahead to my account, I'm going to choose my students, and this time I'm going to choose Tatiana for pay items. It will go ahead and default to the first child that you registered. But if I go over to Tati, I'll see that she's been assigned to the grade 4 Sea to Sky Outdoor School Forms. Now technically, she's not in grade 4. She's actually in grade 5, but we're using this as a sample, so they went ahead and signed her up for this. You could see that on the previous screen, it was a required form for her. And it says here, before submitting this form, please check the following. It's really important that you read through all the directions to make sure that you're getting all the information that we need. So again, I'm entering my child's name, including her preferred name. Notice that there will be no money due for this transaction, I should say. It's all about forms, and it's just allowing us a more efficient way to keep track of everything that we need in terms of information, in terms of dietary needs and restrictions, and all the rest. So here, I'm going to go ahead and click the link, and notice that it's taking me to a new tab. In this tab, I will have access to all of the grade 4 camp information. I have the packing protocol for the heat room, I have the packing list, I have the actual Sea to Sky consent form, as well as our own Mulgrave informed consent. So I can go through here, double click on them, I can print them off, I can go ahead and read through them, make sure that I understand where they're going, what the risks are that are inherent in this trip, and make sure that I'm fully informed in terms of what I'm signing. So I have all this information. You can see that here some of it was crossed off, which is fine. And then again, the packing protocol. So if I hadn't received these forms already, I have access here through that link. So I'm going to go back to School Cash Online. As you can see here, I just went back to the original tab. I reviewed the consent forms very briefly, but yes, I did. I recognize and understand the inherent risks associated with camping, and I authorize trip leaders to consent to medical treatment. I also acknowledge that I have discussed with my child that they are also responsible in terms of their overall active safety. And then these are important questions too. So is my child fully capable of swimming 25 meters or more? Yes, she can. But if she couldn't, I want to make sure that our teachers know about that. And she doesn't have any dietary concerns. I'm going to say no, but if she were a vegan or if she were gluten-free, I would include that information here. And yes, I agree to the terms and conditions set forth by both of those forms. I'm going to be sending you another email all about updating your information, your medical information in the PCR portal. But for now, please know that you have already been contacted by Alex McKenzie, and she has updated your information in PCR. But it would be great, of course, if you went back to PCR and added any information that's relevant. So here, it's not exactly my signature, but close enough. I can go ahead and enter my name. The date is defaulted to today's date. And then this is where it gets a little bit complicated. So I definitely added my signature. I'm going to go ahead and add it to cart and wait for it to be processed. And here it shows me everything that I have signed, and I'm going to continue. Oh, I might need to remove the bus fare for Sebastian, because I definitely don't want to pay $1,400 since I am constantly at school. So I would just go back and check him out, or remove that from my shopping cart, and then I would just continue and continue. In fact, I should probably do that because I really want to see, I want to show you what it looks like when you submit the forms. Okay, so I went ahead and removed him. That was easy. So 0 CAD is what I'm paying, Canadian dollars. And see, again, it asks me to complete my order, confirm my billing address, continue again. Go ahead and complete my order. And then it says, finally, thank you for your order. Your payment request has been received. I could go ahead and print my receipt so that I have a copy, but I know that I'm getting an email indicating that I've completed this form also. The other thing I want to point out here is that under language, you can actually translate this whole website into the language that you're most comfortable reading in. So if I wanted to go over this with my mom, for example, I would go ahead and find Spanish, and then it would change everything into the language I'm most comfortable in. So I hope that was helpful. Now you know how to pay for the bus, you know how to sign forms. I know that some of our students, those of us with students in the middle and the senior school who are involved in the Student Action Council, then we have a retreat coming up and we'll be assigned some new forms. But because I clicked that yes button for updates, I'll be getting some notification once those forms are attached to my child. And I'll know I need to sign in and go ahead and go fill those out. And it should be quite simple now that I have my account set up and everything, all my passwords and everything remembered through my system, so I don't have to fill all of the fields out every time that I sign in. I hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to come by and see Nadine Petman in the communications office or me, Elizabeth Calderon in the admissions office. We are definitely there to help. I've certainly done quite a few things for my own kids, and I can show you around the system if you're not sure what to do. The main reason for going to this, by the way, is that we want this to be a more efficient way of completing forms, keeping track of forms, and also allowing you an easier way to pay for some of these extra fees, very few, online, so that it's more convenient instead of having to write a check every time. Okay? Again, reach out to me if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you guys all soon.